What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the back nine of the Bowling Green course vlog. I hope you enjoyed the front nine where I took you through shot for shot how I thought my way around the course. We'll do the same on the back nine today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I am pretty excited about this. The front nine was a lot of fun and hoping to add a few things to the back nine that you guys enjoy. So starting off on the back nine, we have a pretty reasonable par 4. There's water there on the left that's about 280 out, so 3 wood is the club of choice. That should keep me shy of that, and I'm just trying a little baby cut off the left side. This one worked out pretty well. So here I've got a back left pin. I'm just trying to start one at the center of the green and turn it over a little bit. You will see by my body English, I did not do a great job of that, but gave myself a green regulation, left myself a chance to still make a par. For those of you just joining us, every time I leave a putt short, you take a drink. I hope you're thirsty. I clean this up for par. We're on to the next hole, par 3, where it's a pretty straightforward shot. It's just a full pitching wedge. Unfortunately, that was garbage contact, and I end up in that front right bunker. We're gonna pass this over to Billy for some bad British commentary.
In the sand, third time today. Maybe the third time's the charm. Digs in his feet. Booty shake. Practice swing. Couple more practice swings. Oh, it looks a little short. Trickles on for a tremendous effort.
Thanks for the help there, British Bill. I'll take it back from here. Hopefully we'll see you later in the round. I landed that a little bit short of what I wanted. I wanted to land on the collar and have it release out, but I still gave myself a chance at par, which is the most important piece. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that putt to drop. We have another par 3 with water in play long, so again, it's a 3 wood to take that out of play. And this was maybe my best 3 wood of the day, just a nice big high draw. This is my 3rd or 4th shot around this yardage all day, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I take dead aim and I flush this thing. I felt great about this shot. I knew that I stuck it. And look at this, we are staring down our first birdie of the day, well within the range I've been making putts all afternoon. And you can guess what happens next. You gotta be kidding. Let's get that behind us as soon as possible. Shorty of a par 4, just trying to cut a 4-iron in there. You can see how fast I picked up the tee, that I thought I hit this perfectly. Fortunately, a little long, little left. This left me within lob wedge range, but the rough was pretty juicy, and that type of rough has a tendency to turn the club face over and hook it. So I opened up a 56 degree so it would slide through the rough a little better and hit a pretty good shot. Unfortunately, I played the role of the amateur golfer to perfection on this shot, dropping on the low side. Alas, the birdie chase continues. Lucky for me, there's a gettable par 5 to quench my birdie thirst. Unfortunately, I suck, and I block this and slice this way right. We're gonna turn the little target animation here so I don't get in the way too much, and I'm just trying to hit a 9-iron that draws over the trees and gets me back into position here. This was always going to be a tough shot. The ball's a little bit below my feet. I hit it chunky and rattled off some more trees. This should be an interesting approach in. So I've got these overhanging limbs and these other leaves on the right that are kind of blocking my target line. So I take some extra club, I try to play something low that cuts and starts at that bunker. I figure if I can get it to cut at all, then it should be really good. If I don't get it to cut, then I still may be short if I can only take a 3/4 swing here. So I'm standing closer to the ball than normal, trying to keep it low, off the back of my stance. And the last thing I told myself was to fully commit. It ended up being somewhere in between both of those. Stayed short of the bunker, cut just a little bit, and ended up on the front side of the green. On almost every putt, I'm trying to break the read up into thirds. First, I'm looking at the line the ball needs to be on to enter the hole. So that's usually the last 3 to 5 feet. Then I'm looking at the slopes before that entry point to see what can get me on that right line. With birdie adrenaline coursing through my veins, I was able to still think clearly. Another short par 4, 4-iron. I absolutely smoked this one about 225, left myself with a good wedge in. Funny part about golf though is that you still have to hit the next shot. So even though this left me with a great full wedge in, I've been really struggling with these lately. This used to be a strength of my game, but for whatever reason, I haven't been able to turn it back on, and I've really struggled with full wedges. I caught it high on the face and left myself in a really awkward spot on the fringe. This has some healthy slope from right to left, so I didn't really feel comfortable putting it through, I don't know, 10 or 15 feet worth of fringe to try to get it there. So I told myself the 60 degree has plenty of loft, just bruise the grass, keep your head down, and focus on nothing else but ball first. If you watch closely, you'll notice that I actually do keep my head down for an extra beat on this one, and the shot worked out pretty well. Rolled out to about 5 feet. Unfortunately, you'll never get to watch me make this putt because my phone battery died. Note to self, bring a charger next time. So I'm even on the back, I'm feeling pretty good. We've got a very gettable par 3. The pin is front center-ish, so 9-iron, 150 isn't getting me there, so it really has to be an 8-iron. This is supposed to be 3/4 smooth. I'm a little long, no big deal, because again, that pin is front center, and anything short will likely roll off the green. As with most of my bad swings on the day, I came in too steep on this and lost control of the club face. I ended up hitting this gross inside out pop-up 8-iron that left me short in some very juicy rough. I've been struggling with these greenside shots out of thick rough recently. Can't really get the touch right. I'm trying to open the club face up so I can get clear to the ball, but I can't seem to get the right distance. Ever since this shot, I've been dropping balls in the yard in the thickest grass I can find, hoping to dial this in. If I had brought a brown paper bag with me during this round, this is the part where I would put it over my head in shame. I totally overread this putt and was sick and tired of you guys drinking on my behalf of short putts, so I decided to just blast this one through any sort of break. I hit the comebacker with about as little as conviction as you could imagine with a putt like this, and I suffer a double bogey as a result.
Fishy on fit.
Reeling off that double bogey, I take out the fairway finder, 4-iron. This takes the water on the left out of play, and I lasered that tree on the right. I think it's about 165, 170, so I know that I have plenty of club to cover that. Fortunately, my ball speed doesn't quite match the laser speed of the tracer, but it ended up being a good shot nonetheless. This left me with 150 to a kind of backish left pin. I didn't want to be long, but the ground was pretty soft, and so if I took a full 9-iron, I was worried I was going to dig up too big of a divot and chunk and be short. Well, I ended up with the same result, except I just flailed a skinny 8-iron out to the right, left myself a long 50-footer up the hill. I thought I hit this about as hard as I could hit any putt, still didn't get it there, left myself about 4 or 5 feet, but luckily I was able to clean this up and keep a decent card going into a really tough finishing 18.
Nice putt.
So the finisher is a tough hole on every single shot. The tee-ball requires some type of draw to try to split the trees, and about 240, 250 clears that cart path in the middle. I'm trying to draw one in off the target line you saw. I yanked it a bit, but it ended up being okay. At this point, I know that par breaks 80. You should also know that I decided to play bookie for this round, taking on an assortment of bets from everything like who is going to go in the water first to over-unders on score. The over-under on my score is 80.5 for this round, and I foolishly took bets on that, and I had 2 people put money on the under. So if I make a par here, I break 80, but I also lose money, and that's the last time I will take a bet on my own scores under. Moron. So on this shot, it's definitely a layup from this pretty thick rough. Not that I have any club in my bag that goes 310 uphill, and I'm just trying to get to the flat spot. I don't want to be on the upslope. I want just a flat shot that I can hit on my approach. Unfortunately, I yanked this and missed all of that beautiful fairway sitting right in front of me. This was such a bad mistake because I knew how thick the rough was. As you can see, just hit the top of my ball there. And it's a really tough green. It's massive and it's got 3 really distinct tiers. So on this shot, I'm just trying to get the back of the ball as clean as possible. I know that it's going to fade on me, so I'm aiming at the left side of the green, hoping that it fades back towards the center. Get my 2-putt and get the hell out of there. I think on this one, I was focused too much on that and not just making a good swing at the ball. And this thing came out pretty hot to the right. Distance was good, but it's going to leave me with another shot from the rough. But hey, in this case, a bogey pays me. After a quick jog to recover a couple of wedges I left in the thick rough a couple of holes ago with that double bogey, I've returned to the 18th green. They've cleared the way for me. My heart rate is still racing, but this chip felt pretty comfortable. The ball was sitting up all right, and the whole time I was just looking at one spot about halfway there, hoping that it would release. And they gave me the 3-footer to make sure I didn't sabotage the bet. So that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, I would be super appreciative of you hitting that like button, and my mother will love you forever if you hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments in about how you don't like my drops, how my swing sucks, or if you really liked it. Either way, enjoy the round.